Good morning. It's still morning, isn't it?
It is.
It is still morning.
It
Thank
does seem like
goodness.
halfway through the day. But yeah.
Look who I'm with. I'm with the enchanting Ali, and we have got an incredible show planned for you today.
You're so in love with all of this, aren't you?
It's brilliant. So welcome to Live Shopping VIP. Brilliant, absolutely exquisite products that you absolutely need. I know I need them. So I know us crafters, once you see something, you need it. And once you see what to do with it, it's going to blow you away. So let me tell you how to shop. It's really simple. Basically, I will give you a code. For instance, for this bundle of fusible fibres, this is Shop Angel. Okay, so you just type the code into the comments. We will send you a link at the end of the show, and you have till what time, Lauren? 8 p.m. to check out. So it's myself and Ali here, and we've got Amber on cameras, and we have Lauren and Sophie on production. So we're all here for you today. Now, what's really cool, once you get that DM or PM,
we all know what it means.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Little thing will pop up in the corner to say you've had a message.
Once you get your message, you click on the link and it will take you straight to the Live Shopping VIP website. And of course, you check out. If you actually sign up for that, now it's completely free, you will get 10% off your very first order, which is majestic. And also, Ali's got her own brand shop on there as well. Go and have a little look.
Yeah, there's all sorts on there.
It's great, isn't it?
It is.
I can't believe we have known each other absolute years.
Yeah, let's not work that one out.
No, because otherwise we'll just feel really old. But Ali is one of the ladies within the craft industry that really inspires me. You are just so incredible. So let's start. I'm going to bring you right down here, first of all, before we get into all of this lushness.
Yeah, because we need some bits to play with them.
Exactly. So we have a collection of beautiful, are these polymer stamps?
Yeah, so they're self-cling, clear so you can see what you're doing, and there's all different ones in there.
Yeah, different sizes so you can build your blooms as well.
And you've got a really nice couple of little viney ones that are just, you know, even if you're not into flowers, the vines are really handy. You've got little leaves. They're one of my go-to stamps. They're always about on the desk.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. So this is Shop Floral. So if you pop that into the comments now, if you are watching us on YouTube, brilliant, because we're on the big screen.
I know, that's good.
But you will need to actually order through social media. So whether that is Facebook or Instagram, you just type it in the comments. Really simple. So that is Shop Floral for $11.99. Incredible value. Now the next one we've got is a duo, isn't it? It's both.
Yes.
I was like, really? I would have just thought one. You get both of these incredible collections of stamps. So you've got that lovely individual LOVE, then you've got that floral tile. Both together, Shop Love, £9.99 today with a saving of £2. And they are fabulous, aren't they?
I mean, I just thought with love, we've got Valentine's coming up.
Course.
But it is a really lovely one for in your journals. It's weddings and just, you know, when you're thinking of something.
Love it.
And the floral tile, just, there's so much you can do. So if you like your doodling, if you like your, it's perfect for that.
Yeah, of course it is. Right, let's start looking at the juicy stuff because this is so exciting.
Crunchy.
Oh, it's so crunchy. So the first one we're going to start off with is Shop Angel. Now, it's not a choice, you get the whole lot. Look at this, it's proper mermaid hair, isn't it? But Ali will show you some incredible demos of how to use this. Now, if you're looking at this and thinking, where would I put that in my craft? How would I put this in my craft? Ali is going to show you. So you get all your different colours. You've got your mermaid, you've got your silver, you've got that lovely ice white, that fabulous gold. And of course, this is like a purpley sort of navy, isn't it?
But within these, I mean, you're probably seeing with the light other colours coming.
Yes.
But there's hidden colours as well.
Of course.
Because this is a heat reactive material. So the more you heat it, the more colours that come out. So don't think, oh, well, that's not necessarily my colour. Wait till you see them in action and then you'll see. Because like this white, I mean, you can possibly see there's already, you can see a little bit of blue coming through there.
Yeah,
but there is more to it than that.
So that's Shop Angel, $11.99. That's a saving of £2.96. Now, if I was you, my friends, I'd pop these in your baskets before you get to demo. Because as soon as she starts showing you what to do with this, I'm just going to give them a little sneaky peek. Look at that. I know, that blew me away. And look at this, right? Amber, you love this, don't you? Go and squish it. So look, you can pop it in, but look, it pops straight back out. How clever is that?
So if you are doing things like journals and stuff like that, you know, and you want something dimensional, but you're worried about it getting squashed.
Yeah, and the weight as well, and having that texture is lush.
I mean, it is just, and I was thinking, you know, if you're into a certain wizard, you open the book and the face is there. It's just ideal.
Brilliant.
And it's so easy to do as well.
So, Angel, $11.99. We call this Angel Soft, don't we?
Yes, Angel Soft.
Because it's lovely and soft. And then the second one we've got is Crystal Crunch. And this is because it's a slightly thicker texture, isn't it?
Yes, so it's the exact same material.
Yeah.
I have put different colours in here. So although there is a pearly one in there, you'll probably see there's a green and an orange and a pink coming through to that. It's called Opal Haze, that one.
Gorgeous.
So it is a very different colour to that.
Yeah.
And then you've got this ultraviolet one. It's just exactly the same material, but shredded a little bit thicker, coarser.
Yeah.
So it's crunchy. So it means it maintains its texture a little bit, and it means you can do different things with it.
And you can mix all of these.
Oh,
as well,
yeah. And you can mix between that and that.
Oh, that's so exciting. Shop Crystal, $11.99, just under a £3 saving on that. But if you're not keen on the fibres, we do have alternatives as well. So the first one, now tell me, how much do you get in here?
You get 2 metres of each colour. So you're going to get 10 metres of fusible film. This is the same stuff as the fibres, just in sheet form. So if you're not into, maybe, you know, the thought of that texture might just
make your teeth.
Yes, some people, you know, don't like cotton wool and this.
Yeah.
So you can still have the amazing enjoyment, but in a film version.
It's incredible.
And it means you can encapsulate things, you can sandwich things, you can shape things, you can do it over stamps and...
Look at this. So that is Shop Peacock, $11.99, just under a £3 saving today. Thank you very much, Ali. That's so exciting. Then, of course, candy.
And, I mean, obviously candy comes from the fact that that is cotton candy, but this is such a sweetie selection.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So you've got the bright colour of the citronella in there, you've got the minty one, you've got the cotton candy. Again, this is a pearl, but it's a different pearl to in the other set. When you heat it, different colours will come through.
Exactly.
But again, you can mix and match, and you can mix and match it with the Crystallina, with the Angelina. They all work together.
I love this.
So it is literally, I mean, if you're first time branching out into mixed media, this is a lovely one to go for, because it gives you that instant wow.
Yeah.
It's a safe product to use, and it's very forgiving as well, because you don't waste any, which we will come to in a minute.
We've been thinking of oodles of ideas as well, the kind of things.
We may have run around the building going, I love a bit of that,
we need this, we need that. So that is Shop Candy, again, $11.99 today. That's just under a £3 saving. Now, we may go to the back a little bit later. We have got a quiz, and basically, do you fancy winning a bag of homework from our Ali? It's great.
Basically, anything we make within this hour is going to get in a bag. And it will be sent. Now, the other thing to say is, obviously, you're going to watch me do this.
Yes.
But also, I have got tutorials up on YouTube, so don't worry that you're going to get it home and forget what you've seen.
Perfect.
So you've got a little bit of hand holding as well.
Brilliant. And that's what you need. A product like this. One, just in the packet, it woos me, because I'm a bit of a magpie and it's so pretty and gorgeous.
It is a wow thing.
It is. But from what you can create, it will blow you away. So the first question, remember, you type this into the comments, answer all 3 questions, you'll go into the pot and we will choose a winner at the end. So question 1, I've been really rubbish at these lately. Honestly, I had no idea how bad my general knowledge is. Like, why don't they ask me about cakes and things? I know loads about cakes. Eating them.
Yes.
You know. Do you know what made me laugh the other day? Do you know what a cake sniffer is?
No.
It means that you're poor. I've never heard of that. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, but now it makes sense when you think about it. You can't afford it, so you just go and sniff it. I suppose we do that with Graphic 45 as well, don't you?
I do it with papers. I do it with all sorts of things. I did put my face in that earlier as well, before we come to air.
So if everybody's sparkly for the rest of the day, we know why. I don't know why I wore a black jumper.
Lauren come in, and basically all the fibres just clung to her bump. It was brilliant. And she said, if the baby comes out with tinsel hair, it's not my fault.
Not my fault.
Love, love, love. So the first question is, which astronaut did Tom Hanks play in the film Apollo 13? It's something Lovell. I wouldn't have known that either.
I would have known that. I do love that film.
Right, where should we start? What product are we going to use?
Right, shall we just have a little crash course into fibres and things?
Yes.
So what I'm going to do is I've got a bit of Angelina there.
Okay.
I'm going to grab a bit of Crystallina from my magic bag under here so we can see the difference. And then we'll have a look at some film. And we will just then start to play. Now, you will want a source of heat. Sometimes I'm going to use my heat gun, sometimes I'm going to use my iron. So if you're using your iron, grab a piece of baking parchment.
Yeah,
okay?
and it's okay to work on your glass mat as well.
Yeah, glass mat's quite nice because actually that maintains some heat.
And it will kick it back, won't
Yes.
it? Brilliant.
So, basically at the moment this is little strands, little wafty strands.
So you just fluff it up a bit.
Fluff it up and thin it out, and I'm going to lay it down there.
Yeah.
I'm going to fold my baking parchment over and I'm going to grab my iron. Now, a lot of people go, oh, but what if it gets on your iron? Are you going to ruin your iron? No.
No. Well, it's encapsulated, isn't it?
It's encapsulated, but I'm not saying that if you get excited, you might forget to fold the baking parchment over.
It does happen.
If that happens, turn your iron off, let it cool, and then it will just peel off because this stuff only fuses to itself.
That's incredible. So what setting was your iron on? Is that on hot or medium? Hot. Lovely.
But you can turn it down and then you have a little bit more control because the more you heat it, the more colours that come through. So that's just a one piece, just ironed. Isn't that beautiful?
That is incredible.
So you could die cut that now, you could cut that up, you could...
I'd use that behind things as well.
Yeah, with a nice little topper.
Yep.
You know, just to give it a little bit of a pop.
Gorgeous.
Okay, so that's the Angelina.
Yep.
This is the Christina, and you can hear.
Yeah, it's crunchy. So that Angel, $11.99. That's the first soft texture.
Saw how little I used.
$11.99, and the amount you get is phenomenal. I love this stuff.
You see, if I told you get 7 grams of each, you go, that's not very much. But when you
feel
feel how light it is.
I mean, look at the balls. Look at that.
I mean, you know.
I mean, look how beautiful that is.
And you can just pick out single strands. If you do resin art, you can encapsulate it into resin without having to heat it.
Of course. Could I put this in candle wax, do you think?
Be careful because obviously as the candle burns down. So what you could do, and what I have done, is I have made a wrap to go around a jar. So as the candle's inside, obviously the wrap is around the outside, and then it will shine and you get your sparkle without any...
Oh, look at that.
So you can see this has maintained its sort of strandy feel a little bit more.
Yeah,
but again, look at the colour that's come through.
Absolutely enchanting. I love that.
And then if I wanted to, I could actually iron those two together. If I wanted to. We'll come to that in a minute.
Right. So that is Shop Crystal. That's your thicker texture. $11.99. Phenomenal value. It really, really is. And I absolutely love this. It's gorgeous. It just looks so beautiful. I mean, we was talking earlier about maybe putting it in our hair and stuff.
But you've got to remember, it's heat reactive.
Yeah.
So if you do put some strands in your hair, don't use your hairdryer.
I'm just going to quickly show you, because you've got oodles of samples, I just want to show you the kind of things you can create. So with your stamping, you can stamp over the top of this. You can use your stamps, you can use your dies. It is majestic. Look at that. That's with the first stamp. That's with the stamp Love that we've used there. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at this. This was your waist, wasn't it?
Yeah, we'll do that as the last demo in the hour.
Look at that. Honestly, every single piece blows me away. Whether this is a topper, whether this is an accent, to add to your project, the detail that you can create by using this is phenomenal. It really is. Oh, she's ripping. We can't miss this. What's going on?
Right, so I've just taken some of my film. At the moment, I can tear it. So I've just done a little stack of a couple of different colours. Again, over the top. Now you can see already that this is going to be lovely.
Oh yeah, this is Shop Candy, isn't it? This is the Shop Candy.
Yeah, well you've got two colours of the film, so you can...
So Shop Candy, $11.99, a saving of $2.96. Oh, look at that.
And now it's all joined together.
That's beautiful. And you could die cut that.
You could die cut that, or you could go, right, okay, I like that, but I want to play with it. I want to do something more. Okay, let's start playing.
Yes.
So, stamp.
Perfect.
You don't need to ink up your stamp, but I am going to ink it up just so that you will get a little bit of a better view of it at home. Okay.
So it'll bring it more predominant.
Yeah.
This stamp that Ali is using is from the shop Love, £9.99. It's the floral tile that comes with the Love blocks.
Okay, so I've just put that piece I've already fused. I didn't have to have fused it first, but I'm just because it's there, I can.
Now this won't affect your stamp at all?
No, as long as you're using your photopolymer or your rubber ones.
Brilliant.
So all your nice ones. Okay, until you can see it through.
I'm so excited about this.
Okay, and then just peel it off.
Oh, happy days.
Okay, it's impressive. But what if we do fibre onto that?
Stop it.
Okay,
show me.
I'm going to mix my fibres up this time, just because I can. So I'm going to grab my little bag under here. Let's have a bit of the gold.
So how do you store it? Is this how you store it usually?
I've got a plastic tub at home.
Oh, a tub,
and it's all just thrown in. And I don't keep my Angelina separate from my Crystalina.
You just go fish.
Go fish, yeah.
Yeah, love it. But I love that because then you don't feel that you have to have a separate storage setting for it. You can just pop it in a bag and it's fine.
I mean, it is a little bit staticky. It can be. So, you know, just bear that in mind if you're doing it near something that you don't want little sparkly bits in.
There's never enough sparkle, is there?
But also, because it only sticks to itself, you know, you can pick it off.
Yeah, exactly. So
if, for example, if you had a bit stuck on your clothes and you put it in the washing machine, it's not going to fuse into your clothes. You'd be able to pick it off.
Yep, brilliant.
Because that's like, I'm just looking at this black jumper. I'm thinking, I want that to be sparkly.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Right. So let's have a look at this.
So you can already see, look how the colours have changed.
Now, that's the heat, due to the heat, isn't it?
Yeah, so because we're on a stamp, so obviously the stamp's going to take the heat.
Yeah.
And then the voids of it aren't going to be as hot. So you're going to see this colour change. And that's what's lovely.
Oh, look at that.
You see it? So if I tilt that.
I love the softness as well.
And then, say for example, you don't want that softness, you can trim that off, and then you can still fuse that again.
Of course.
But you've got that rainbow. I mean, just look at the change here. So you only saw me put down the 3 colours. So where's this green come from?
Magic.
Where's this minty colour come from? I didn't put any mint down.
Just magic.
It's magic.
Yeah, it's proper fairy stuff.
So, but Crystalina, obviously, because it's crunchy, if I put that over my stamp, it's going to be very, very textured. So the trick with Crystalina, if you're wanting to use it over a stamp, is iron it first.
Oh.
Because then you've made it into a sheet.
So it's flat, ready to go.
And then you can, but this is to show that you can just reuse things.
And this is just normal baking paper,
just normal baking paper. You can use copier paper, but what I like about baking parchment is I can see through it.
Yeah,
so I've got an idea of what's going on. And the more I move it around, the warmer it will become and the more colours will change.
This is so much of a better idea of use of an iron.
Yeah. I'd love to say this is my craft iron, but can you see?
Oh, look at that.
If you've got stays on ink, that works even better to put the impression in.
The detail.
I just want to show you the...
Incredible. Right, I'm going to have a quick recap on some of the products.
And then I'm going to get a sleeve ready.
I'm excited. Right, come down here, come down here. So, the stamps we've got. Oh, good morning, everybody. We've got loads and loads of people online. Good morning, everyone. I hope you're having an absolute incredible day. This is so exciting, isn't it? It's brilliant. I love something new, something bright and vibrant, but something that I can take across all my crafts. So it can go into fabric, it can go into card making, scrapbooking, home decor. It's just got so many different possibilities that I can see, and yet all these different possibilities that Ali's showing us as well. So Shop Floral is that beautiful array of gorgeous floral and flourish stamps, $11.99 today. So pop them in your baskets. They're gorgeous, aren't they? I love them. And you can build up your blooms with these. You really can. Make your embellishments with them as well. Now, the second collection of stamps, only £9.99 for the duo pack. So you have that beautiful floral tile that Ali was just using. Then you've got the 4 tiles of the love. Shop Love, £9.99 today, a saving of £2. So let's look at the fibres. So the first set that I want to show you, you've got that lovely, almost champagne-y gold. You've got that sort of bluey, iridescent, purpley grey. You've got that fabulous, I mean, it's like shell, it's gorgeous. Then you've got the navy in there, and of course the mermaid hair. How cool is that? I love it. Shop Angel, $11.99 today. Incredible value. It really, really is. But like Ali said, if you want something a bit more texturised and not as soft, then shop Crystal, $11.99 today. And I just can't believe the amount you get. It's absolutely phenomenal. It really is. And Ali has got some incredible demos to show us in multiple different techniques of what you can do with this as well. But if you're a bit funny with texture, which sometimes some people are, you know, don't like cotton wool, that sort of, it doesn't bother me, tinfoil, some people don't like tinfoil. We also have them in the fusible sheet. So the first collection, you've got that lovely candy apple red, which I love. Then we've got that sort of opaque sort of shell pink in there. We've also got that lovely mermaid green. We've got the blue in there, but that's like a bluey sort of shell sort of colour as well.
It's called astral blue.
Oh, it's lovely. Then we've got the navy. So this is Shop Peacock, $11.99 today. The second offering that we have is Shop Candy. And this is the one I would straight go for, definitely. You've got that lovely bubblegum pink, that shell. You've got the zesty lemon in there, the green and the mauve. $11.99 today. Now, before you go on, I'm just going to quickly run through some of these items at the back, because she does like to spoil us. So, first item, tell me about it.
Right, so this is for the secret Belgian bind. So,
yes.
Not very secret because we're going to tell everybody.
It's such a big secret, but we're not telling anyone.
It's a special way of finding a book that creates a cover that you can then put your book in. So what you get is 2 A5 and 2 skinny, and then you also get notebooks to go in. So you don't actually have to make the book yourself. Brilliant. It's just about making the cover and this very special bind.
Oh, I love that. And what sizes do they come in?
So you get 2 A5s and then this skinny one which Paul measured that it fitted the memo book perfectly.
Lovely.
And you get the notebooks as well.
That's phenomenal. And that is Shop Secret. That's only $19.99 today. That is phenomenal value. It really, really is. The next item we've got, explain. Right, the cradle.
So this is your bookbinding cradle. This allows you to pierce holes through your pages safely. Okay. You've got a guide to help you measure them out. So if you want to do simple pamphlet books like this one and this one and this one, this is what you need. It just means that your fingers are out of the way. It makes it so easy. So we will make a book in a bit.
Hey, brilliant. That's Shop Cradle, only $14.99 today. Now, the next one, the press. Tell me about the press.
Right, so this is a padding press. This is for doing what's called the perfect bind, which is a glue bind, which means you can make paperback books, tear off notebooks.
That is so professional.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
So any of these, what's nice with this is it joins single pages together. So if you've printed something out on the computer, like it made a desk calendar or something like that, you can put it into this and it will glue, and it will help you glue it up and give you that professional.
That is
so like paperback books and things like that.
Brilliant. That so that's Shop Press, and that's only $39.99 today. Now I'll just move out the way so Amber can get in. The next one we have is Shop Frame. Now this is $59.99. Explain, what does this do, my love?
So this is for you to do multi-signature books. So all the books that you see here, my walnut, which is hiding in there, little stamp books, all of these are done on here. So when you need to do a thicker book and you need to join loads of signatures together to make your book thicker,
look at this.
You need the sewing frame. And just to give you a little bit of history.
Sorry, that's a real nut.
That is a real walnut, yes.
Oh my gosh.
And that's a multi-signature book inside it.
That is so unique and clever.
So, yeah, it's when you want to be able to join multiple bits together. Yep. So, the pamphlet you can do with this cradle alone is great, but you can only sort of do maybe 10 pieces of paper folded in half. Yep. But these you could do like a 300-page book with this. and it's an original method of binding that's about 750 years old, the earliest recording version. And then what Paul's done is he's designed it for crafters so that you can do things like walnuts, you can do buttons, you can do normal traditional books, you can do all sorts of, you can do teeny tiny ones, you can do big ones, you can do all sorts, all the options there.
I love that. Yeah. It's so twee. Not only have we got these incredible bookbinding sort of tools, and that's the thing.
They are, and you can, and again, these are all backed.
Sorry, I got a bit squished then. We got a bit squished. Yeah,
they're again backed up with tutorials. Don't worry, you're not going to have to. But this is something that you'll be using for life.
Oh, fabulous!
A book is not for Christmas; it's for life.
It's forever. It's forever. So the next thing we've got is an but it's a must-have.
Yeah.
Do you like MDF? At the top, Eileen, I'm being told. Has Eileen got a question for me? Let's have a look. I think I might be on the wrong one. Yeah, have a look. I'm not a tech girl. I know.
Yes.
Oh, there we go then. There we go. That was easy.
Don't panic.
Do you know what? I get so confused with these iPads. I press wrong buttons all the time. I've got big fingers.
It's at least not like a computer. You can't delete anything.
Oh, that's true. That is true.
All right.
Yeah. So, explain. We have 20, 40, 80 masks that are
Don't look how much they... Well, you can look at how much they are online. Yeah, they're ridiculously expensive. But we buy them, obviously, because we work with MDF day in, day out. And we had a glut of them.
Yeah.
So we thought we'd put together, because it's one of those things that we should wear more of.
Totally.
But how many people don't wear them because they haven't got them?
Exactly.
If you've got a box on the shelf, you're going to remember to wear them. When you're doing resin, when you're sanding, when you're mixing up mica powders and stuff, you should officially wear a mask.
You should.
Because it's a dust. Anything that's a dust.
And the toxins.
Yeah. And it's like, you know, when you have to clean the filter of the, not the tumble dryer, that's not too
the
bad.
Hoover,
well, probably the Hoover. You know, when you have to take that, I'm always... But I've got a box now. There's no excuse. And I remember, it's one of those things that if you haven't got them, you don't use them. But if you've got a box of them, and you're going to get 4 boxes, so you could have a box in the car, you could have a box in the kitchen, you could have a box in your craft room. You know, it's a bit of a bargain. And I don't want people to have an excuse.
Now, is that the right price?
Yeah.
No.
For all 4 boxes.
Okay. So 4 boxes of 20 masks in each. So let's get safe, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm asthmatic and I'm the worst, especially if I'm using really highly sort of scented things.
Yeah.
It'll make me wheezy.
Yeah.
So having that mask.
The old solvent-based gilding waxes.
Yeah.
You should, you know, and there's so many beautiful products out there at the moment, and it's like, just have a box on the shelf.
Have a little mask.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is shop masks for, I can't believe this, 80 masks. For £9.99.
So there is no excuse not to wear a face mask.
Well done, you. Well done, you.
Comes with a lecture.
Brilliant. Okay, so what would you like to show me?
Shall we still play with these, or do we want to have a little book?
Let's carry on with this for now, and then we'll have a little look at that later.
Because I want to. Right. So
come on, woo me up.
Right. I've got a skeleton leaf there. Okay.
Lovely.
So I've put the fibres on top.
Okay.
So I'm going with the Angelina on this because I'm using something with real delicate detail.
Yeah, the soft fibres. Shop Angel, sorry, that is $11.99.
Okay, so I'm just ironing it the same. Now you're getting a little hint through the baking parchment. Can you see?
Oh, you can see all the veins.
Now you could actually glue that onto a card like that. But if you peel this away, your leaf underneath is absolutely fine.
I really wanted to do a dad joke there and say, leaf it out.
Leaf it out.
Sorry, Lauren. She gave me the roll eyes.
But can you...
Best believe, you're as bad as I am.
But you imagine you then cut that out. How amazing does that look?
That's stunning. Absolutely.
And that's
stunning.
using... Obviously, you can do it with the film as well. Just... die cut it. Talking of dies, shall we quick play?
I was just going to say, should we play with the dies? Yeah. So this is the tin and texture die from, is it Tata Place? Or is it in the studio? I think it's Tata Place as well. So we've just grabbed a die because I was like, can we use dyes with this? She's like, yeah, you can die cut it, but I reckon I could fuse over it. I was like, let's do it.
Okay, so I've put the fibre. Again, I'm going with the Angelina because it's thinner. I will show that you can use Crystallina, but you would iron it flat first.
Now, this doesn't affect your dye whatsoever.
No, doesn't at all. All it's doing is getting warm. So you can see already there's going to be a change in colour as where the metal is getting warmer.
Yeah.
So you've got a hint there.
Oh, look at that. Imagine doing that to all of your dyes. And you could die cut that after.
Yeah, if you're die cutting, you need to use your metal shim.
Yeah.
Because this stuff is really tough.
Yeah, it's
so
like
you'll just
fabric,
find,
isn't it?
you'll just find it will stretch otherwise. But look, I mean, just looking at it on the piled up on the table here, just look how pretty it all looks.
It's so beautiful. I love it.
Right. Do you want to see how to make the face?
Yes, I do, because it really excites me.
Okay.
So I'm just going to... You get that ready and I'll just tell them how to shop, my love. If you've never shopped with us, just pop the item code that I give you of the item into the comments, and then we will send you a link. You've got till 8 p.m. tonight to check out, but do remember that if somebody checks out before you and we've only got a limited amount, they will take that from your basket and take it straight through. Remember, if you are shopping with us for the first time on Live Shopping VIP website, if you register on your first order, you will get 10% off, which is such a lovely treat.
It is. You've got to have a treat.
Thanks very much for that. So if you want to shop Angel, that's the soft fibres here. And yes, I did put my face in that earlier because it's so lovely. $11.99, absolutely phenomenal value. I've seen not even half of that in a packet for £10.
Yeah, it's not cheap stuff. But I wanted it so that you can all have a play.
Well, it's accessible, isn't it then?
I mean, and that's what it's about. It's about having a play and creating something. But then I'm going to show you, after I've done the face, I'm going to show you that even all these bits that you've played with will have a role to play.
So the more texturized sort of style, if you like, is Shop Crystal, and that's $11.99 today with a £2.96 saving. So let's have a little look.
Okay, right, so I was multitasking.
I know, I see.
Underneath there is just a plaster of Paris face. So you just want something that's going to handle heat.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't use like a plastic doll or something like that. Maybe like a china ornament or something like that. And this time I'm going to come in with my heat gun. Okay, so I'm going to start heating it up. So you can see it start to melt down. Okay.
It's so quick.
Now, I'm going to do this with my finger, but you could use like a wooden paintbrush or something like that. So
a ball tool maybe?
Yeah, just something.
Does it actually get hot?
It's warm.
It's
but
warm,
obviously,
it's not hot,
but obviously what's underneath might hold the heat a bit. So just be careful.
But you could use tweezers.
Yeah, you could use tweezers or a paintbrush or something, but I'm just doing it with.
Perfect.
Just till you're happy that you've got the detail that you want, okay? So can you see that ghostly face? Now this was the Crystallina as well. Also inside looks really cool as well.
Look at the colours.
Yeah.
That is phenomenal. And that will bounce back. Yeah. If it's in a journal, it will bounce back.
Because the only thing that's going to change it is heat.
That's incredible.
So yeah, it's really, I mean, I could go more with that. And if you put it back on, do a little bit more.
Just fabulous.
Warm it up. Start to press it and shape it while it's warm. You can see it take that face.
That is incredible. So could you do this maybe of hands, things like that?
Yeah, as long as it's something that you can, that's heat
resistant.
Yeah, that's the word I'm wanting.
That can take the heat.
Yeah, so if you've got
But then that's not hot, it's warm.
It's warm, but you just want to just be aware. So if you've got those hands that you, like for drawing and things like that.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that would be really good.
What about moulds?
Yes, you can press it into moulds. You can also pour your resin into it. You can use it with embossing powder as well.
Incredible.
all sorts of things. If you've got a melt pot from years ago, try using it in that with ultra thick embossing. There's just endless things you can do with it. Sorry, how long have we got? I could be here all day.
So exciting. Right, I'm just going to recap on the questions because I've done one question.
We've only done one.
We've only done one. Look at the time. I'm going to do one and two, and then in 5 minutes I'll give you the other one. So, question 1: which astronaut did Tom Hanks play in the film Apollo 13? Something Lavelle. Do you know? I didn't know. Pop it into the comments, and if you answer all 3, then obviously you'll go into the hat and you will be picked for the bag of goodies that Ali's going to give us. Right.
Although I've just chopped some of them up.
Oh, don't worry about it.
You can have this to play.
We'll think of something. Question 2: what is the most abundant metal in the Earth's crust?
Now, I didn't know that at all.
I had no idea.
No. Didn't know it was in the Earth's
I would have
crust.
said like iron or I don't know, copper. I don't know. But not what the answer is. But there we go.
So I would definitely find something special if people know that, because that's impressive.
That is impressive, isn't it? Next dinner party, we'll be like, when you're on the cruise, you'll be like, guess what I
Dean's
know?
always taking the mickey out of me over my whole book thing and my weird facts I know about books, so this is one I can say.
Okay, so Bridget has just messaged in. Thanks, Bridget, for messaging us. Could you paint in features on top of the fibres?
Yes, you can, but you would want something, you could go with like your Posca pens or something. You want something with a nice opaque base, because the sparkle will want to come through, and you're going to want something that will... So some of your Cadence paints and stuff that are designed for going on glass, treat it like glass, I suppose, is the easiest way to, because then you're not going to have it coming off and everything.
Okay, perfect. Let's have a look at... Oh, there's so many people having a little chat this morning. Thank you so much for everyone to join
the thing is, this is something very different. A lot of people won't have seen this sort of thing before, so don't be afraid of it.
Yeah.
Because what I'm doing here is, so this is some of the bits that I was messing about with to show you what it could do this morning. I've just cut them up into little squares. Okay, because what you're probably thinking at home is, well, that's a lot. She's wasted all that, you know.
Yeah.
I know the price is reasonable, but it's not. It still costs you something, and it's not. We don't want to be wasteful. But the great thing with this stuff is you can actually. Yeah, I love this.
I do. Now, you were saying you can sew this as well. So if you've got a plique, for instance, that wants to go on top of this and then have that behind it, that would be incredible, wouldn't it? Absolutely beautiful.
But these are all my little scrappy bits.
Yeah.
I've just cut them up into different bits so that I've got a bit of interest. Oh, I've made such a mess. Good job.
Don't worry.
Good job I'm in here later. I can tidy up.
It's fine.
What's nice with this is there is no waste, because you can refuse it.
Oh, wow.
So I'm just giving that a little bit of heat there. I've now made a new sheet. That's all joined together.
So then you could die cut that.
You could die cut that. You could put that on top of the stamp and ink that, and you know, you could add more things in. You can encapsulate it inside film. We haven't done encapsulation.
Oh yeah, let's mix things, darling. Let's mix this up. I'm excited.
So I don't think I'm going to encapsulate that. I'm going to encapsulate something else.
Okay.
So let's take something. So let's say you're wanting to do something in a journal and you fancy having a little bit of interest.
Yeah.
Let's not have nausea.
So this is vintage magazines that she's got here. I love this idea.
Look, stop foggy windscreens. Could have done with that today while stuck on the M1.
Well, yeah, there was a bit of a saga around the M1.
Yeah, but we're here now.
But we're here now. We're happy. We're doing it.
Right. So the fibres and stuff only stick to themselves. Right. So if you're going to encapsulate, you need to, as the name suggests, put things
on
top of it so that it's going. So that could be another piece of film. But I'm actually going to mix it all up.
Is this acid free? If I put a photo in there, would that be okay?
I don't know if it's
You're
acid free.
not sure.
It's a plastic, so just be careful. But you could obviously spray. It doesn't damage.
You could use a photocopy, couldn't you?
You could use a photocopy.
That would be perfect.
Yeah, I would, for something like this, I wouldn't necessarily put an original in.
Yeah. Okay.
But by all means, create pockets and stuff with it.
Yeah, that's what I
because
was
that would be
thinking.
really interesting.
For tickets and things like that, for scrapbooking. And then you know everything is kept together.
Now, because the film is on the top, so on the bottom, I've put my image upside down.
Yep.
So that I've added the darker colours, only because the colours I'm using on the background are dark, and I don't want to obliterate what I'm trying to encapsulate. That's a lot of words, isn't
it? Check you out today.
A lot of words. Had time to think about it.
Brilliant.
Okay, so
I love the colour change.
Yeah, and
Look
again,
at that.
because the paper's there, it's changed the colour as well. And let's have a look at the other side.
Oh, yes.
So that, in a journal, overlaying something.
You could even punch holes in it and pop it in your books.
Well, I have actually folded these up and used the cradle and made one into a book.
That's special. Right, let me talk about the film. So you are getting 5 packs. How much is on each roll?
2 meters.
2 meters. This is shop Peacock, $11.99 today. The second kit we've got in the much brighter, more sort of summery colours, aren't they? This is shop Candy, again, $11.99 today. Right, I'm going to do the last question to give everyone time to have a little think. Yep. Maybe a little Google, because I would have to.
I'd definitely be Googling that one.
100%. So, first question, which astronaut did Tom Hanks play in the film Apollo 13? Now, I remember him being in it. I don't remember his name. Something Lavelle. I don't know. Question 2. Do you know, I was on with John next door yesterday, and every time I read a question out, he answered it and then went, oh, he couldn't stop himself. And he knew them. That's what really blew me away. I was like, I thought that was a Harry Potter name. In my world.
It's like if I get one question right on Mastermind, I take that as a win.
Oh, yeah, that means you're a champion, doesn't it?
Yes.
Definitely. Okay. Question 2. What is the most abundant metal in the Earth's crust?
My excuse for not knowing that one is that I studied history. So.
Fair enough. Yeah, I did history, not geography too. Yeah, so we're sticking with that. Thank goodness, not a history question. Can you imagine? We'd be like, long time since we went to school.
Question itself.
It's so true. Question 3. Whose laws state that work expands so as to fit the time available for its completion? What?
So basically, it's saying that
work expands so to fit the time available for its completion. I wouldn't have known that.
No, I wouldn't. And I'm not sure because I sometimes really have to cram to get things in the last minute. So I'm not sure that's true.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So it's not Ali's law, I can tell
you
that.
It's not Ali's law. It's certainly not Carly's law, that's for sure. If it's not covered in glitter and pretty, I don't really want to know.
Talking of covered in glitter.
Yay! Let's do this.
So I have just ironed a bit of the crystal.
Lovely.
Crystallina. Yeah. And I'm laying it on top of a laser printed image. Okay. This is not full image transfer, but it is really cool. Okay, so it has to be a laser image or a photocopied image. So sometimes book images will work as well because that's how they're done.
I suppose it depends the print, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to get it nice and warm because the reason it works with toner and stuff is because obviously that's all done with heat anyway. I mean, it looks pretty anyway.
I'm sorry,
you could just leave it like that. Let it cool. If any time it seems to be sticking, just let it cool.
Yeah, because it cool down a bit.
You can see a little bit. I need to put this against something. Can you see that image is lifted off very subtly? Can you see that?
Wow. That is
just,
so
I just
pretty.
love that. It's so, and I found that out purely by accident because I knew I could use copy of paper instead of baking parchment, and I picked up a printed bit, and I'm like, oh, put the image in there.
Happy mistake.
Like that.
Love that. That's so subtle and beautiful, and yet, so you can take this in so many directions. It could be bright, it could be vibrant, it could be soft, it could be subtle. I mean, that combination of mixing all of your little scraps together is ingenious. 3D work is absolutely phenomenal. This is incredible value as well. I'm quickly just going to run down the counter just in case you missed any of the products that we've had on today. And believe me, my basket would be massively full.
And I say, don't forget, it is all backed up on the YouTube channel. There's 2 hours of me playing with all these different things.
How do we find you on YouTube?
So It stamps away.
Stamps away.
And you'll get a little leaflet with a QR code to follow. It just means that you can buy this with confidence and not think, I'm going to get it home. It's going to be one of those things I'm going to put in the back of the drawer and never use. You will, because once you start playing. And
do you know what I'm thinking? Fairy wings and things.
Oh, it's so used for fairy wings and stuff, yeah. And
I need a whole big pair of fairy wings.
Okie dokie, leave it with me. I'll get me iron. What colour?
I don't mind.
But just that, you know, and you can trim them down to the shape. Don't think you have to use it with the, you know, if you don't like the fluffy edge, you can trim that down. I did have somewhere, I had a feather I'd made out of it.
I've seen that. I've seen that. It's in there, isn't it?
There it is.
There it is.
Is that it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's just the start of it, yeah.
Look at that.
So, you know, when you're wanting that little bit of sparkle and that little, you don't have to buy endless packs of gems and stuff. You can make your own and just have fun.
Absolutely gorgeous. It is majestic and magical. It really, really is. So if you're looking for stamps today to use within, whether it's with the fibres or whether it's with the sheets, we've got Shop Floral for this beautiful array of flowers that are lovely with all your little sprigs and flourishes. This is Shop Floral, $11.99 today. While I'm here as well, look at me multiple tasking. I'm also checking out, seeing what everyone's saying. Good morning everybody. Hope everyone is having a lovely day. The second collection we have is Shop Love. Now this isn't a choice, it's both that you are getting. You're getting your floral tile and of course your 4 individual alphabet letters in there. Shop Love, £9.99. Then we're going to move over to our Angel. Look how lush this is. It's absolutely phenomenal. So this is Shop Angel, $11.99 today. The second item we've got here is Shop Crystal. This is the thicker texture. Absolutely beautiful, $11.99 again today. Then we've got the actual sheets, 2 meters on each. The first one we've got is Shop Peacock. That's this beautiful collection here. So you are getting a lot on there. Then we've got Shop Candy. Again, $11.99. Phenomenal value. Now, come on, Amber, scoot behind, girl. We're going to have a look at some of this.
You might find something missing.
Something missing. The cradle's missing. But
somebody might have borrowed it.
I love that. I love that. So this is Shop Secrets. Not only are you getting these fabulous MDF panels that you can use as your base books. I mean, look at this. How lush is that? Not only are you getting all of the panels, you're also getting your inserts ready to go with this. Shop Secret, $19.99 today. Incredible value, that really, really is. Right, so if you're after the cradle, which Ali's going to show us how to use in just a second, that is Shop Cradle, $14.99 today. We've also got Shop Press, $39.99, and this is how you make the most professional notebooks. Look at that. Look at that gluing. So if you are making your own notepads, you could sell these, you could create your own books, your own journals, and it's just endless, isn't it? So Shop Press, $39.99. Now, is there tutorials on how to use all of these? All on your YouTube channel?
All on the YouTube.
Fabulous.
So that one is really good. So if you've got My Craft Studio, you can lay out your own photo books, you can lay out colouring books, you can make desk calendars. In the run-up to any event, this is the tool to go to.
Incredible, absolutely incredible value. So $39.99. Then the last one we have is Shop Frame, and this is $59.99. And what I love about this is you can create proper books. Look at this. How lush are they? I love them. I need them in my life. All of them. So Shop Frame, $59.99. Don't forget as well, their masks, if you're a sander of MDF, or obviously you use quite highly toxic fumes, remember, 10% of Secret has gone.
And you haven't even actually seen the book that makes, because they're all in
I
the box down there.
I know, it's incredible. So this was the Shop Secret, so 10% of that. Well, they see the value, my love, that's why. So remember, 4 boxes of 20. So that's 80. I'm so good at maths. Okay. 80 masks for £9.99. That's incredible value, isn't it? I absolutely love that.
It's one of those things that not having it shouldn't be an excuse.
No, it's true. Right, shop cradle, £14.99. Show me.
Right, so I've taken one of our pieces of the fusible film that we made earlier, and some pieces of paper, and I've just folded them in half, and I've laid my piercing guide in, which is holding my book open, so I can then just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes. Okay. My fingers are nowhere near. It's all nice and safe. And when I take that out, all my holes are exactly where I want them. Okay.
Wow.
And when I teach bookbinding, which I did at the weekend, I should make them do the first project without using the cradle, because then they will appreciate it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm going to start on the middle hole.
Yep.
And I'm going to... Wish I had my glasses on.
Do you want to borrow mine?
That's all right. Okay, and then I'm just stitching.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, when you stitch bookbinding, do you stitch back on yourself?
You'd kind of do. So I'm going to go back. So if you think of your holes as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you start at number 3, then you go into number 2, then number 1, then back to number 2. Now here at the middle, we don't go into number 3. We're going to skip across it. Okay, because otherwise our tail and our start will be on the wrong side of the book. But the great thing with bookbinding is if you accidentally get that wrong, you've got pre-pierced holes. Yeah. So you can just unpick it and nobody will know.
Oh, I love that.
Okay. So when we come back up the middle there, can you see I've got a big stitch in the middle there?
Yep.
So if I can have one end one way and the tail the other.
Now what thread are you using?
I am just using a nice variegated cotton.
Lovely.
Do not let the thread be the thing that stops you binding a book. Same with a needle. Use any needle.
Could you use like the clear thread?
Yes, you can. The reason I use variegated thread, A, it looks pretty.
It's very pretty.
B, when you're learning, you can see what you're doing. Because trying to see clear when you're learning. And also you can wax the thread as well. And there you go, a little fusible film book.
How fabulous.
With the butterfly on.
I love that.
So we'll put that in the homework
That'll go in the homework. Right, let's have a look at these questions. We've got a few minutes left.
We failed miserably.
Really badly. We've got the big D on us. Where's the cones?
I'll make us a sparkly one though. It will at least be pretty.
I don't mind. Okay. Question 1 was, which astronaut did Tom Hanks play in the film Apollo 13? It was
Jim
Lovell.
I knew that one. Failed with the rest of them.
Well done. Well done. Okay. So question 2. What is the most abundant metal in the Earth's crust? Now I would have thought copper or iron. It's aluminium.
Yeah. It's like you can go along the beach and pick up a piece of iron pyrite. I've never picked up a piece of aluminium.
No, what? I don't get it. I don't understand.
Who set these questions?
I don't know. Someone a lot smarter than myself, darling. That's all I can say.
Have a word about 1 o'clock.
Can we have easy, please?
What noise does the pig make? Old MacDonald.
I love that. Love. Okay, so whose law states that work expands so as to fit the time available for its completion?
Parkinson.
I have no idea. Look at Lauren's face. She's like, what? Obviously, we're not the smartest cookies in this jar, are we? Because upstairs, the ones
But we can make pretty things.
Yeah, and that's all that matters, really, to be honest. So who's the winner?
Questions are coming from a book, so I will say that
they're not general knowledge. Oh, good. I was going to say, because they're really smart upstairs and I feel really silly. So tell me, Lauren, who is the winner of today?
The winner of the quiz is Kathy F.
Kathy, well done.
Darling.
You're going to get some goodies to play with.
Yeah, I'll find some little bits. We're getting a little book as well.
I know, that's ingenious. I have had the most phenomenal hour. I feel completely inspired. I am surrounded by pretty things that I need to touch and make and use.
That's what it's about. If if you can't get excited about something sparkly like that, then
yeah, exactly. I mean,
you need sparkle in your life.
I'm the queen magpie, basically. You know, I'll be sort of running along my bag, and I'm like, oh, pretty things. But for me, to be able to encapsulate this and bring this into my everyday crafting, and for special occasions, because the flowers, the touch of luxury. I mean, look how expensive it looks.
You know your beautiful rolled roses you make?
Yeah.
You make them out of this. It looks stunning. We haven't got time, have we, now?
Oh my gosh, no, maybe in your second hour, darling.
I'll make a rolled rose.
I'm just going to quickly recap these main items. So Shop Angel, $11.99. Pop it in the comments. Shop Crystal, that's your thicker texture, $11.99. Then we've actually got the sheet, so it's 2 meters on each. The first one is Shop Peacock. Beautiful array of films there. Then the second one that we've got to offer is Shop Candy. Thank you so much, Ali. I've had such an inspiring show. Isn't she phenomenal? We've loved every single second. Remember, it's the Live Shopping VIP. Thanks for joining us. Take care.